The weapons that the gangs receive come from Florida, which is part of
US.
Yeah. So the gangs are armed to the teeth through Florida. Some say with US collaboration, state collaboration, because the US could stop that within a second.
Yeah, of course.
The gangs fight against the police force, which is corrupt. The police are also armed by the US and Canada. Yeah. So the US arms both sides in the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. Yeah. So wherever there's poverty, there's crime. Yeah. So people that don't have enough to eat, who are now armed to the teeth, extort, blackmail, kidnap. They then use the gang problem to justify perpetual external interference in the country.
Yeah. So Ahmed, as we're winding up, let's talk about Haiti. Oh my God. Haiti has never seen peace in a long time. Why do you think? Yeah.
Haiti is the threat of what we would consider as Africans as a good example, but what the imperialists see as the bad example. Yeah. They defeated the might of the French Empire in its heyday, when it was the strongest it's ever been. Yep. And it was never allowed to prosper because it sends a bad example to other indigenous people around the world that you can defeat an empire. And
First group of Africans to get independence.
And they were revolutionary in more ways than one. I'll mention just a few of the ways. It was the first independent Black republic, recognized independent Black republic. But the Polish that were enlisted to fight for the French, they recognized there was a class dynamic, that these Polish people were just as oppressed, not just oppressed, but were oppressed like them. So they said to the Polish fighters, if you lay down your weapons and you agree to our constitution that no human being should be in servitude or bondage, you can be a Haitian citizen. Yeah. That's number one. Number two, there was a liberation struggle happening in South America, led by a guy called Simón Bolívar. Yeah. Simón Bolívar went to Haiti for support to defeat the Spanish in South America. The Haitians said to him, we'll offer you support under one condition. The lands that you liberate will abolish slavery. Yeah, there'll be no slavery within your territories. If you can agree to this, we'll offer you military support, logistical support, weapons, anything you need. Yeah, Simón Bolívar agreed, but it was complicated because Simón Bolívar, the people that he was fighting with, were the feudal class. The feudal class that were not happy with the taxes that Spain was imposing on them. So these people didn't have any problem with exploitation. They just didn't like the fact that they were exploited. Yeah. So Simón Bolívar tried to push through this no more slavery in South America, and his allies said absolutely no way. So they came to a compromise that no child would be born into slavery. So the slaves that were already there had to live the rest of their lives as slaves, but their children would be born free. So that was a compromise. But I'm just saying all that to show you how progressive Haiti was. It wasn't just about defeating the French. They really believed in the ideals and the principles that all men are born equal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So after they kicked out the French army resupplied, re-equipped, and they came with all of their military warships to the coast of Haiti and said, we're going to bomb you guys and we're going to destroy your whole country. We have no French soldiers there left, so we don't have to fight, the way that we fought against you in the past and lost. We'll destroy you from far. Unless you agree to pay us reparations for our loss of wealth. Yeah. So Africans to this day, apart from Namibia in Germany, which is complicated story we could get into maybe later,
Yeah.
have never received reparations for colonization, for imperialism, for slavery. Haiti was forced by the threat of a gun to pay reparations to France. So they paid the equivalent of billions in reparations, which meant they could never prosper. Yeah, that's number one. Number two, America looted Haiti. Yeah, the whole Wall Street, the wealth that Wall Street started with came from looting of Haiti. This is history that's buried and nobody knows anything about. So Haiti already started off with a deficit. And then we've had neocolonial regime after neocolonial regime imposed on Haiti. The most recent case was the Americans, Aristide. They kidnapped Aristide and they were going to put him in Central African Republic, yeah, because he tried to raise the minimum wage in Haiti, yeah, and they installed their own puppet regime to take over, which obviously deaded that. Haiti's enforced to open up its markets, to have free market economy, which means that they import rice, even though rice is one of the main things that the Haitians would produce.
Yeah.
Now, a local Haitian farmer can't compete with industrial prices.
Of course.
Yeah. So for people that don't understand, they go, why can't a local Haitian farmer compete? A local Haitian farmer is producing everything himself, which means he has to pay for his car, for his petrol, for his materials, for this and for that and for this. And so when he does that on an individual scale, he has to put the prices
higher than.
But if you mass produce, you can obviously put the prices lower. Yeah. So you can never compete as an individual or as a small collective with industrialists, because they've managed to take humans out of the equation in some cases.
Yeah.
So of course it's cheaper. So this is the problem with Haiti. And then in the modern form, they say there's a gang problem in Haiti. And let me tell you about the gang problem in Haiti.
Yeah, that's the one.
The weapons that the gangs receive come from Florida, which is part of
US.
Yeah. So the gangs are armed to the teeth through Florida. Some say with US collaboration, state collaboration, because the US could stop that within a second.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. The gangs fight against the police force, which is corrupt. The police are also armed by the US and Canada. Yeah. So the US arms both sides in the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. Yeah. So wherever there's poverty, there's crime. Yeah. So people that don't have enough to eat, who are now armed to the teeth, extort, blackmail, kidnap. They then use the gang problem to justify perpetual external interference in the country.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the UN occupied Haiti, led by Brazil at the time. That's why a lot of Haitians, a lot of Haitians hate President Lula, because he was in power then and he's now in power now. And the UN forces were raping little girls,
yes,
extorting people. They were not following sanitation procedures.
Yes.
So they led to a cholera outbreak.
And they even admitted to it, yeah?
Yeah, they admitted to it.
I remember.
Yeah. So this is what happened the last time the UN was there. Yeah. So the Haitians, and we covered this on African Stream, don't want any more US interference, any more UN interference in their country. So then when, and the Americans know this, so they went down this, what they thought was a very clever route of getting blackface of imperialism to interfere in Haiti. Yeah. So they went to the Caribbean first. No Caribbean country wanted any part to do with this. But yet they found their sellout regime here in Nairobi, Kenya. And they're like, no problem. Give us $200-300 million. We'll send troops. No issue. Kenyan police officers get paid 20,000 Kenyan shillings per month. I'm right in saying that's the average salary, 20,000 Kenyan shillings. But yet the Kenyan government's getting given between $200 and $300 million to send the troops. So where's the rest of that money going? Exactly. The Kenyan High Court rules that the deployment is unconstitutional and illegal.
But they don't follow the...
Kenya, which is seen as a model for democracy, that's how it's painted in the West, sends the troops anyway. Yeah?
Yeah.
This is why we don't buy into this notion of democracy promotion. Back to the original conversation, 600 million is sent by USAID in 2024. A big proportion of that is for democracy promotion. Did USAID criticize the Kenyan deployment of troops? Did they say, we're spending money on promoting democracy here. You guys should listen to the judicial that said this is illegal. They didn't. So it's all bullshit. So it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. So Kenyans are over there. Kenyan police are over there. They don't speak the language. They don't know the terrain. And they're trying to provide police services to a hostile population that's had centuries of French, American
involvement,
UN interference, rape, pillage, and looting of their country. Yeah, and now they see some black people who's been sent by the US. What do you think is going to happen? We saw what happened to the Kenyan police officer.
Yes,
paraded in the street.
Yes, and they're dying now.
They're dying now, exactly. And then we're hearing reports that Kenyan police are not even being paid on time. Yeah. It's a sad case all the way around. Poor police officers who don't get paid enough in their home country are getting offered a little bit more pay to go risk their lives in a foreign land as invaders. And what choice do they have? Because a lot of these police officers come from the informal settlements that are dotted all around Nairobi. So it's terrible. And to add insult to injury for people that are non-Kenyan that might be watching this, Kenyan police don't even have a good reputation here.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
we know that for the past 2 years.
Yeah. So the Kenyan police are seen as an occupying force in their own country, where they speak Kiswahili and they look like the local people. How are they going to be perceived in Haiti? Well, they still kind of look like the people, but Haitians originate from Central Africa and West Africa. Yes. Yeah, not East Africa. So there's a slight difference in...
Yeah, but we're all Africans.
We're all Africans, exactly. But you can recognize this person as my Haitian, is what I'm trying to say. How do you think they're going to be perceived? Exactly how they're being perceived right now.
And I'm sure now, because Kenyan police officers are there, Haitians are like, you Kenyans are bad people now. You see...
a little bit.
A bit. Well,
we did some reports where people were saying, we know we've got nothing against the Kenyan people. We know the police are being sent there on behalf of US empire. And we know police officers, military officers have to follow orders. We posted a video of one of the big politicians out there, and he said something like, but when they do step foot here, we're going to rip them apart.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what's happened.
Barbecue, what do you think about it?
Oh, this controversial topic. Very controversial, because we have some people that try to paint him as some sort of revolutionary. Yeah.
I've seen that.
But we have to take our lead from the Haitians. And the Haitians will tell us this guy's committed all sorts of crimes.
Oh.
Yeah. And that actually, much like the gang leaders in Haiti, they're paid by the elites in Haiti to control territory. So essentially they're mercenaries. We interviewed him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we interviewed him on African Street.
It's out?
It's out, yeah.
Oh man, I haven't seen
It's
that.
out. I'll send it to you.
Mhm.
We got criticised a little bit by interviewing him, but if you watch the
Come
interview,
on, you guys are journalists. Like, what?
exactly. If you watch the interview, we ask him tough questions.
We
We say you've been accused of,
Mm-hmm.
you've been accused of this, you've been accused of that. Obviously, he denies everything, but we asked him.
Yeah.
Yeah. People are angry that we just interviewed him. I thought I don't like to treat the audience like children.
Yeah.
I think the audience are wise enough to make up their own mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Interview the person, let them speak, and if you believe them, you believe them. If you don't believe them, don't believe them. But we asked him the tough questions, which is all I could ask us to do. The interview was carried out by a Congolese sister who obviously speaks French, but also had lived in Haiti, so she also understood a bit of Creole.
Okay.
Because they mix their French with Creole and whatnot.
Yes. Wow. Is there any hope for Haiti? I mean, at this point, Haiti is looking bad.
It is.
And I really want Haiti, because let me ask you, I know they're there because of the iridium and some other valuable resources. Yeah. Man. Yeah. So the US, I mean, it's like the biggest game ever. They give them the guns, they empower them with the weapons,
and then they say, "Look how dangerous it is."
Then Kenya, come bring stability, and we'll give you money. So now we are fighting each other. Oh man, it's a mess. It's a mess.
It's a mess. Yeah, man. And these Kenyan troops, and I don't wish this on them. They're gonna just keep coming back in body bags, and I think, to be honest, the only hope is there's enough uproar from the Kenyan population that when these Kenyan troops come back in body bags, they kick up a fuss. Because I'm part of a Pan-African Socialist Alliance. We're trying to organize an event around Haiti.
Okay.
I'm going to invite you to it when we do, because there was a lot of mobilization up until, the High Court ruling, and the High Court ruling, we organized a few events and they were well attended. But it's kind of, people almost seem defeated. Once the Kenyan troops landed in Haiti, there was just a bit like, okay, they're there, what can we do?
Yeah.
No, man, we need to bring the troops home.
Yeah.
We need to bring the troops home. There's a bandit problem here in Kenya. What the hell are they doing in?
Yeah.
What the hell are they doing?
And even that in it of itself is just complex.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. So is there hope? A bit
for Haiti.
Yeah.
There's always hope where there's people. If the people of Haiti can mobilize and can find real revolutionary leadership that can mobilize the masses and defend the country, then there's hope. But at the moment, the country is led by corrupt leaders that are being selected by the US. So the last one that was here, he came to Haiti, came to Kenya, sorry. And he tried to sign this agreement. So the High Court said, this is unconstitutional because it's a transitional government, number one, that's in charge, not an elected government. And there needs to be some sort of reciprocity. So you're sending police here, but what is Haiti sending over? Usually these are sort of agreements made between two countries where it's, you send us troops, we send you this, you send us that, we send this. So there's this corrupt prime minister came over and signed an agreement, which was just tokenistic, which allowed Ruto to say, okay, we've met the conditions of the High Court, now we're going to send the troops. But he never went back to the High Court. It doesn't work that way. You don't get to interpret the law yourself, meet the agreements based on your own understanding, and then send the troops. And now he's been deposed and replaced by somebody else. I forget the name. I used to know all the names of these, but it's always fast moving.
Yeah.
But yeah, Haiti's not led by Haitians that have the country's best interest at heart, because the leaders are not elected, they're selected. Literally selected. Not like Obama, where there's a mirage of an election. Haiti hasn't had an election in a long time. So people need to take control of the country. And once they do, they can then direct that. They can then, navigate the direction of the country.
Yeah. Brother Ahmed, we can spend the whole day talking.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming, by the way.
No worries. Thank you for having me.
What are the last words you'd like to tell us before we close? And maybe you can look to the camera.
Sure. So people are upset about African Stream closing down. And that makes sense because we did invaluable work. But there are brilliant Africans throughout the continent, such as our brother here, who are doing brilliant work. So what if African Stream can't recreate itself, what I would like, what the team would like, is that there are tens, if not hundreds of new African streams that pop up and that we support. So support the brothers' work. And if you're an African of conscience, if you've got one of these smartphones, if you know how to use a microphone, let's do the work. The reason why African Stream popped off is because we were just Africans with a conscience. Some of us were journalists, some of us weren't journalists, but we had integrity, we had a desire to tell the truth, and we used that desire to tell our own stories. So don't wait for African Stream to recreate itself. Be your own African Stream, create your own platform. Everyone has the tools to do that. Get out your smartphone, start telling your own stories, and let's get to work.
Thank you so much. And, I hope you guys revive.
Yeah,
you guys have to come back.
Inshallah.
You have to come back. You guys are my favorite.
Yeah.
You guys are my favorite.
Yeah.
But I wish you guys all the best.
No problem, man. And good luck with your platform.
Yes. Actually, basically what you guys are doing is selling Africa to Africans.
Yes.
And that's the name of the platform. Selling
Africa to Africa.
Yeah, because we've been selling Africa to Europeans and now we're selling it to the East. Now it's time for us to reclaim it and sell it back to the Africans.
I like the fact that you use the K.
Yes.
For Africa. The only reason I didn't do that for African Stream is for search engines. I really wanted to, but someone advised me and said, in terms of algorithm search engines, Africa with a K is, if you just go on Google, there's not as many search.
Yeah, true.
So I just wanted, when people search Africa or African, our page would come up. But I like the fact that you did that.
Yeah, I'm standing on this.
Yeah,
I'm not changing it.
Stand on it.
Thank you so much.
My brother.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share this interview. Hopefully we'll have you again. Man, thank you so much, guys. Peace.
Peace.